Hi there everyone, and welcome to this closing video for the ICE Global Revenue Management Challenge 2022. We hope all of you really enjoyed taking part in the competition, and we hope you really took a lot of learning from utilising the simulation throughout the time of the competition. Once again, we're really thrilled that you've been part of this, and it's really nice to be able to wrap things up here and announce the winners. So you'll see on the screen that we have our final scorecards, which has all been verified in terms of the results and all of the elements that are contained within this in terms of the simulation. So a huge well done to Team 10. Well done, you are the winners of the competition this year. So big congratulations to you. Second place, Team 9, and third place, Team 15. Goes without saying, all of you who took part in this have done exceptionally well, and it really is a close competition. But of course, when we have a competition like this, there has to be 1, 2, 3 teams that take those top prizes at the top. But big well done. All of you should be very proud of what you've achieved. Let's just talk a little bit about the results to wrap this up for you. So Team 10 at the top. So we can see that of the teams in the top 3, they're the only team to have maxed out at 100% occupancy. Now, of course, occupancy isn't everything. It's all about the balance between occupancy, average rate, RevPAR, and contribution. So Team 10 have the best balance across all 3 of those areas. Interesting to see that actually Team 9 and Team 15 ended up with exactly the same occupancy, but they did have differences on their contributions, RevPARs and ADR. Team 9 actually being very close behind Team 10 in terms of contribution, RevPAR and ADR. So not a lot to choose between all 3 of those teams, but just difference in terms of the balance of those results. To link on from that, interesting to see that the teams in 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th all maxed out at 100% occupancy, and in some ways had scores that were slightly above the scores of, say, the team here in 3rd. So team here in 4th place having a higher RevPAR and a higher ADR than team 15 above in 3rd place. But the difference there being that the contribution was lower, and when it comes to results like this, the contribution has a big impact on this. Now it is even across all 4 of those areas, but the contribution there has made the difference because we are getting close to $600-700 worth of difference between Team 12 and Team 15 there. So, like with many things, it's the holistic nature of our decision making, and then of course the results that we get from that. So lots at play, and of course all the decisions that you made as part of this all had that impact across this. And with you making decisions daily across the full month, there's a wide range of results, and that's why we have this scorecard. So let's just go in and take a little bit more at that winning result from Team 10. We can see from their notes this was their 2nd attempt, so well done. We know, as part of the competition, you only had 3 goes here, so it was very tight for you in terms of making these decisions. We realise that. So Team 10 here doing a great job on their 2nd attempt and getting the victory. So we've been through the results at the top, but just valuable, I think, to look at the items at the bottom. So if we look at the bottom, you can see the revenue and the expense. So we can see a really consistent approach in terms of the revenue and expense over time. Let's just change that to occupancy. So again, we can see that the occupancy, we had a really steady rise here for Team 10. So clearly a very well managed approach. It was a little bit slow over those first 5, 6, 7 days, but then we had a really steady approach all the way to the top, and then achieving that 100% occupancy right at the end. So 96.4 on the day before the end, and then achieving that 100%. So really nice set of results there. If we compare that to these results over here, you can see that direct advertising at the bottom in red. So the direct advertising was set the same for the first 4 or 5 days, then an increase, then a return, and then a further increase, and then a steady increase from that point. So clearly a strategy here on increasing that direct advertising as time went on. We can see from the grey line here that competitor price, I'm just going to move that out of the way so we can see. So the grey line is the competitor price, and the blue line was the team price. So we can see here that largely the team price was always above the competition. So in a really positive way, that indicates to us that the team here was looking to lead the market. They stayed very solid for that first 9 or 10 days. Then they started to steadily increase this. Not drastically, but just started to increase up until they got to that high point, and then they kept that at a set rate towards the end. And we can see that the competitor price did get up to the same point as the team price, but only nearly at the end. So again, that was a good sign of leading the market in that regard in terms of those three elements. In terms of things like social media, we can see the team kept this very, very set and standard. So once they decided on that, they kept that exactly the same as it needed to be. If we look at the channels, so we can see here that, again, the teams kept all channels open the entire time. So again, a very set approach there in terms of those channels. In terms of bookings, we can see through those channels, again, these sort of mirror the occupancies on the left. So again, keeping all those channels open, so just so you can see that. Expedia was in blue, Priceline was the grey line, Trivago in red, Orbitz in the green, and Hotel Tonight in the yellow. So we can see that that evolved over time, and that clearly was a big supporting factor for them as well. Now, I won't go into all the teams to do that, but obviously you can go in and you can see your own results within the system if you'd like. And all that's left to say is a really, really big well done to all of you. We're delighted that you've been part of this competition. We hope you really enjoyed working with each other in your teams, and we hope that you enjoyed competing against everybody else. So from all of us as part of the organising team, congratulations, well done. This brings a close to the competition for this year. A big well done, and we'd like to wish you all the best with the rest of your studies, wherever that may be. Thank you very much, and goodbye.